What is up, badass babe? Coach Holly coming at you, dropping another episode of the GRLboss Project podcast. And on today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 of the dumbest nutrition myths that I know you're most likely still falling for. Now, before we get into today's episode, I'm going to drop another client win. I'm going to share with you a progress update. And I do this because I want you to know that it's actually possible for you to lose the weight. I want you to know that it's actually possible that no matter how many times you have tried, no matter how many times you have failed, you can achieve your dream body. Now, this one's going to take a little different spin than they have over the last week or so because it comes from a potential client. Not one of my current clients, but it comes from a potential client. Now, in my world, if someone expresses interest in working with me and joining my coaching program, then what we do is we hop on a brainstorm call. It's just a quick 15-minute get to know you type of chat. It allows me to understand where she's coming from, right? What's working, what's not working, where she feels stuck, and more importantly, where she wants to go, what goals that she wants to achieve. So a couple of the clients that I have right now in my program, this prospective client was actually referred to me from them. So we spoke on Monday, we had a brainstorming call, and I know I can help her. I feel like she'd be a great freaking fit for my coaching program. So we booked a second call, which was today. So every single day on my Facebook, on my social media, I always post a light-hearted post to engage with my network, to connect with my friends, my clients, my people in my Facebook world, because I know, and you know, that the majority of the shit on social media is heavy, can be negative. It can be, so for me, I want when someone comes to a post, sees my content, I want to be the light. I want to be positive. I want it to be fun. I just want it to have a good vibe. So anyways, yesterday I put my post for the morning was something to the effect that 2020 has plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. What is the best thing that's happened to you this year? So one of my current clients who's been with me just over 2 weeks now, she commented, finding you, meaning me, and my program. And I was like blown away. And what's interesting was my prospective new client, who's great friends with one of my current clients, who knows all the shit that she has done, how hard she has tried to lose the weight. She's like, holy shit. And she told me this today on her call. She was like, holy shit, if she wrote that out of everything possibly in 2020, if she wrote that this was the best thing that she has done all year, like, I know this is it. I know that this is going to work for me. So I share that with you today because I want you to know that no matter how many times you have tried, you have fallen down, you have failed, you have hit the freaking brick wall, you can be successful. This whole fat loss game, it honestly is not that hard. And if you are just tuning in, if you have not listened to the 37 or so episodes that are in this podcast thus far, you owe it to yourself. If you are serious about achieving your dream body, if you want to level up your confidence, if you want to feel comfortable in your own skin, I am laying out the blueprint every single damn day on this podcast. So go back, tune in to the messages, to the tactics, to the strategies, put them to the test. And I promise you, hands down, you will see all the results that you're looking for. You will. I know it. My podcast groupies are doing it. They're putting it to the test. My clients are implementing it, and you will win. So let's jump into today's episode. We're going to be talking about the 6 dumbest nutritional myths that I know are stealing the joy that you are experiencing with eating, with food, with weight loss, that they are also making it way more confusing, way more overwhelming to understand what the hell's right, what's wrong, what should I be doing, and just making this whole fat loss game way harder, more complicated, and less fun than it needs to be. So we are going to set the record straight on this show. So dumbass myth number 1 is eating breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Completely freaking false. Breakfast does not hold some magical power that if you all of a sudden start eating breakfast, you are going to achieve your dream body. It is completely false. There is literally nothing magical about breakfast. I will tell you, number one, hands down, the number one rule, the secret of fat loss, if you will, is calories trump everything. It doesn't matter that it's not breakfast, it's not lunch, it's not dinner that are the most important meals. Calories trump everything. You have a goal, right? You are where you are today and you have a goal. You want to lose X amount of weight. Well, in order for you to lose the weight, in order for you to lean out, in order for you to drop sizes and feel amazing, well, you have to eat in alignment with those goals, right? If you want to lose fat, we need to eat less than what you burn. If you want to gain weight, or if you are currently gaining weight, that means that you're eating more than what you're burning. Okay, so you need to understand that like fundamental nutrition rule. You need to eat less than what you burn. All right, so nutrition, or breakfast rather, does not have some magical unicorn powers. Why this myth has been perpetuated year after year after year is because most women I know that don't eat breakfast, right? It's not about not eating breakfast. It's about being in shitty eating habits. Meaning if I don't eat breakfast, most people are busy, they're caught up in their day, maybe they're not thinking about food or whatever the reasons may be. And they're essentially not eating until midday, mid-afternoon. And by that time, you are ravenous and you are way more likely to overeat. So it's shown per, we'll call it research, right? That those who eat breakfast end up eating less than those who don't. Okay, but it has nothing to do with breakfast. It simply has to do with a large majority of people that are not eating breakfast, that are essentially starving all day, get to a point where they have free time, or they finally get home and they're like, holy shit, I'm so hungry, and we tend to eat everything, right? We're not regulating that hunger. So breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. You can absolutely skip breakfast. And if, let's say from lunch until the end of the day, if you are in line with your calories, the calories that you need to lose fat, you will lose fat. You could not eat breakfast for a year and lose weight. Breakfast is not magical. It is not amazing. Now, the question then that's popping up in your mind, okay, great, that's fine. I don't really like to eat breakfast. Maybe I'm busy in the morning. How many calories do I eat? I honestly, without knowing you, without knowing certain key factors, I can't just give you, and I'm not going to give you a blanket recommendation, because there's so many factors that play a part into how many calories you need that most women, I will tell you straight up, never, ever take a lot of these things into account. So what am I referring to here? Like, in order to get your caloric prescription, how much you need to eat to lose fat, when I work with a client, right, I take into account age, I take into account workout frequency, right? I take into account lifestyle, I take into account age, I take into account body fat, I take into account how many freaking years they have been dieting. Because if you are a yo-yo dieter, okay, if you own that title, if you undereat, overeat, undereat, start and stop every week, well, you're a yo-yo dieter. And if you have been a yo-yo dieter for months, yet years, you're screwing over your metabolism. So for me, when I get a client and they have a broken metabolism and we are working to repair that so they can get the body that they want faster than ever before, I need to take that into account. So I can't, through this podcast, give you a blanket recommendation because it would not be taking into account any of those factors. All right, so dumbass myth number one, breakfast is not magical. You do not need to eat breakfast to achieve your goals. Breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. It's not. Myth number two is you've got to eat clean 100% of the time to lose fat. Another one. This one is so heavily perpetuated and is literally stealing the joy out of your food. I don't know about you, but life is heavy. Okay, there's a lot in this big old world. There's a lot of shit, a lot of stress, a lot of things that you and me are going through on a daily, weekly basis, that I believe nutrition shouldn't be one more thing that is one more shit thing, one more stressful thing, one more really hard thing. You should be able to find joy in nutrition. You should find joy in eating and drinking and all of this stuff. And 100% eating 100% clean, meaning never quote cheating, eating 100% the most healthy foods, is not the only way and not the way to lose fat. You do not need to eat 100% clean to lose fat. See, for me, okay, I believe in what I teach my clients. I try to live that life. And I know, listening, you've probably tried to live that life. And it's very limiting because essentially eating 100% clean means that we're not ever getting takeout. We're not ever having pizza. We're not ever having a craft beer. We're not ever having wine. We're not ever going to, after COVID, of course, when we're allowed to go back into stadiums, we're not allowed to have a burger and a hot dog and a beer at a baseball game. Like, that's not clean. Okay, it's sucking the joy out. You do not need to eat 100% clean. Now, let me tell you, you can eat 100% clean and achieve amazing results. I did that for years. Head down, I was super strict, 100% clean, no cheat, like none of this, and awesome. Like, that works for some people. For me, it worked in the moment, but it set me up for incorrect thinking. It set me up for a very broken relationship with food. It set me up to believe that it was all or nothing, that it was 100% clean or it was holy shit, like off the rails. You do not need to eat clean 100%. You can very much follow a 70-30, 80-20 rule where the majority of your foods, yes, do come from micronutrient dense foods, what you would consider like healthy or clean foods. And then 20 to 30% of the time, your food is coming from fun foods. That's going to allow you, this is the strategy that allows my clients to eat whatever they want and get results every single week. I'm telling you, life is more fun. Now, if you want to eat 100% clean, certainly go for it. Okay, you absolutely can, but you don't need to. Calories trump everything. So if you are eating the majority of your calories from clean foods, and it's calories that matter, and you have a glass or two of wine, if you have some pizza, if you have some Oreos, and you have worked that in to your daily calories, you are still going to lose weight. You will. I'm doing it every day with my clients. You don't need to be 100% clean, 100% perfect to lose weight. Dumbass myth number 3. This one is hysterical. Bananas are bad for you. They make you fat. Now, a potential client that we were having our brainstorm call and our conversation to see where she was at, right? She, in this nutrition discussion, she said, I'm so like caught up in thinking that certain foods are good, certain foods are bad. Like, I can't even eat bananas without stressing out. I have eliminated bananas because they are like 40 grams of carbs, and there's no way that I can eat a banana and lose weight. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, it is effing BS. You can eat a banana. You can eat an apple. You can eat a Twinkie. You can eat a strawberry. You can eat anything you want and lose weight. If you think that any fruit, that any vegetable is off limits and will make you fat, we have some serious work to do. We have to go back to the drawing board and we have to repair your relationship with food. Because, and I say this to my clients all the time when they come into my coaching program, because one of the first things that we do is I set my clients up with a custom nutrition framework. Okay, what I am not setting my clients up with is some cookie cutter bullshit meal plan that doesn't even fit their lifestyle. And I am not giving you a list of, hey, here are the foods that you can eat and here are the foods that you can't eat. I'm not doing it. Those lists do not, they do not exist in my world. Okay, bananas do not make you fat. Broccoli doesn't make you fat. Pizza doesn't make you fat. Burgers do not make you fat. If you think right now that one food makes you fat, and if you have eliminated a fruit, a banana, because you think it makes you fat, we have some work to do. It is calories that matter most. If you are eating 50 bananas a day and you are going over your calories, yes, you will gain weight. You can eat a banana every single damn day and get a rockin' body. It's complete BS. So what I want you to do, like, just literally think about that. Ask yourself, like, do I really think, like, logically, in my brain, in my very smart brain, do I think that bananas make me fat? I'm pretty confident you're gonna say no. Okay? Dumbass myth number 4 is that you need a juice cleanse to be healthy or lose fat. I'm gonna tell you, okay, news flash. I am gonna tell you straight away that the diet industry, the weight loss industry, is billions of dollars. And it is designed to perpetuate certain myths. It is designed, like, if you are unhappy, like, I can't even wrap my head around how much bullshit there is in this industry that's supposedly trying to help people. I am telling you straight away, you do not need a juice cleanse to be healthy or to lose weight. It is a crock of shit. It is complete bullshit. You are wasting money. If you have ever done a juice cleanse, you have literally, like, just take your dollar bills and freaking light that shit on fire, because it is a waste of money. And people are being suckered in by this diet industry who just makes money off of people that so desperately want to make a change. And I get it, okay? I did all the wrong things. If you've been listening to the podcast, you know I've done all the wrong things, which is why I'm showing up so passionately to help steer you away from these things. Your body is an amazing machine, and it's pretty freaking smart. And newsflash, your body, your kidneys, your liver, other organs, they actually work 24/7 to detoxify naturally. Your body is an amazing machine, because if you had so many toxins in your body, you'd be sick. Your body naturally detoxifies your liver, your kidneys. It naturally detoxifies. The reason, if you have ever done a juice cleanse, the reason you have lost weight, the reason you felt better, okay, was most juice cleanses, like if you're making them on your own or you're getting like an actual like pressed juice from, let's say, like a juice bar or whatever, which are ridiculous money, by the way, but fresh juice, okay, you felt better because you weren't probably eating the shit that you were eating before, and you're actually getting like veggies and some nutrients. But the reason you lost weight is because you were eating less. Calories are the thing that overridingly matters. You were eating less than before, ding, 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 you started losing weight. It wasn't this magical juice cleanse that all of a sudden cleansed like all these toxins out. So my goal as we go through the rest of these myths is that you really just take a step back. What you need if you want to break free, you want to feel good in your skin, you want more than anything, more than the damn fucking number on the scale, you want to be confident, then you need to figure out and you need to learn how to eat for the rest of your life. Supplements, diet pills, staying away from bananas, Juice cleanses. That shit is bogus. You need to learn how to eat. You need to learn how to eat what you want. You need to learn how to have fun. You need to learn how to get rid of the food guilt. And when you do that, you have forever broken free and you will never, ever, ever struggle to be at the weight that you want. And you won't, I promise. You don't need some damn juice cleanse. Bullshit myth number 5 is eating 6 small meals a day will boost your metabolism. I love this one, okay, because I was very much a victim of this mindset. I believed because the way initially that I lost weight was by eating multiple meals, 6 meals a day. When I got into fitness competitions and I started eating like 7 meals a day, and when I stopped competing, and I had fucked up my metabolism and I had gained 80 pounds in less than a year. And I was like, holy shit, what happened? Like I so desperately want to not feel this way. I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to be unhappy. And I could not break that mindset that I needed to eat 6 meals. I believed it boosted my metabolism. It's bullshit. There is not a food, there is not a frequency of meals that boosts your metabolism, that has magical powers. Again, just like I said with breakfast, calories matter most. If you are eating the amount of calories you need to lose weight, you will lose weight. Okay, now for me, I'm not a weight loss coach. Never gonna claim to be a weight loss coach. Weight loss is bullshit because I want you to look good naked. I want you to look good on the beach or be comfortable at your pool with friends, with people around. I want you to, when you put on your clothes, be like, damn, I look good. I want you to have sex with the lights on. That does not come from weight loss. That comes from fat loss. So in addition to just being at the calories you need to be in a deficit, to lose weight, we need to eat a certain level of protein. I've talked about this. I'm not going to get into this today because it has zero to do with these bullshit myths. But I need you to know that if you are just after weight loss and you don't care how you look and you don't want to look good naked, then just focus on calories. If you want to look good naked, focus on calories and protein. 6 small meals a day. Yes, every time you eat. Okay, I need you to understand. Every time you eat, yes, through digestion, through breaking down your food, there's a metabolic effect. But it is so negligible. Now, eating 6 meals a day is completely arbitrary. Eating 3 meals a day is arbitrary. It doesn't matter. What matters most, okay? And this is where I coach my clients. And this is where 10 to 1, you have struggled before. You have tried to lose weight. You have tried to lose fat. And what you have tried, there's been resistance. There's been a conflict. Because your cookie cutter meal plan or the program that you've had, you're like, this doesn't even make sense. It doesn't match my lifestyle because it's telling me that I need to eat at like 8 o'clock in the morning, but I'm busy. Like I'm a nurse or I'm a teacher and I'm doing X, Y, Z, and it's not legitimately feasible for me to eat at 8. Okay? You can lose weight implementing a plan that works with your lifestyle. So, in order for you to lose weight, what's the most important thing? Calories. Good. I hope you said that in your head. Calories matter most. So if you're in a deficit, depending on how much you're eating, okay, if you were to break those calories up in 6 meals, you might feel like, oh my God, like I am so hungry because you're getting 250 calories spread across 6 meals. So 6 meals, if you don't have a lot of calories to work with, might actually be more detrimental. Because if you're trying to lose weight, yet you're hungry all damn day, that's definitely not going to get you not to think about food. In fact, you're going to be thinking about food more often because you're so damn hungry. And what do we do when we're hungry? It lowers our inhibitions. We start to look for other things, and you could be more likely to kind of veer off track. So if you don't have a lot of calories to work with, you actually might be better served to eat less meals because eating less meals allows those meals to be bigger and therefore more satisfying. However, the flip side is true. Most women that come into my program because they've been trying to restrict and basically starve themselves, and we need to repair their metabolism, most of my clients eat more than they ever have. And at first, if your metabolism isn't working, if you literally destroyed it, it's going to be hard to eat those calories, right? You're going to be more full than you are hungry. So a strategy that may work for you if you have been under eating for a long time and you're working to repair your metabolism, or you have to eat a lot of calories and you're just not that hungry at each meal, would be to eat 5 or 6 meals. So I want you to look at 6 meals not as, hey, this is like the end all be all and it boosts my metabolism. No, I want you to look at meal frequency, 6 meals, 5 meals, 4 meals, as a tool that you can use to simply break up your calories. And you can break up your calories however you want. There are no magical powers over 6 meals, just like there are no magical powers over 3 meals. And it comes down to what works for you. What is your personal preference? For me, unless it was like a weekend where I was sleeping in and having leisurely coffee and like implementing my weekend vibes, I would not eat 3 meals a day. That would, for me, I like food. I like eating and I enjoy what I eat. And for me, that wouldn't work for me. I personally like to eat more frequently. I like that. You might be like, oh my God, like that sounds horrible and I want to eat 3 meals a day. So if that's you, don't get caught up in this 6 meal bullshit. It does not matter at all. And last bullshit, dumb ass myth number 6. Eating before bed makes you fat and you should stop eating after X time. I love this one. I can tell you this. Again, what matters most when it comes to losing weight and losing fat? Calories first, protein a very, very close second. It does not matter what time of day you eat. It literally has zero bearing on if you will or will not lose weight. Eating before bed or eating, only up until 7, it's a personal preference. Okay? Do not get tied into, oh my gosh, I can't eat, after dark. Well, what the frick happens in wintertime? I don't know about you, but it's dark for me at 4:30. Okay? It's complete bullshit. It's a myth that is stealing your joy. It is not always serving of your lifestyle. And you do not need to be tied into eating at this time, eating at that time. You can eat whenever you want, as long as by the end of the day, you are in alignment with your caloric goals. See, I have a lot of clients that are nurses or in the medical field, right? That work overnight, that work these odd, shifts. And I say odd in the sense of like a typical 9 to 5. I work with a lot of clients that they own restaurants or they work in restaurants, and it's like their day doesn't end till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. after you've been working your ass off on your feet, serving people. Like, you can't eat because it's after midnight, it's after 8 o'clock, it's dark. It's like, it doesn't make sense. 0 sense. What matters most is that your calories are in check and your protein is in alignment to get you to look sexy AF and get you to look good naked. I personally eat every night right before bed. I prefer that. I prefer, just based on my schedule, I eat right before bed. Now, the reason this myth is like perpetuated and the reason you might choose not to eat before bed, even though you know now that it doesn't matter about weight loss, is some people that eat right before bed, they don't like it because they don't like to go to bed feeling full. They don't like to feel that heaviness. Obviously, when we eat, your body is working to break that food down. So digestion is happening. And if you're eating right before bed, you have to understand that when you're sleeping, right, there's going to be a part of your body that's working to digest the food. And I would say from a personal preference standpoint, you might choose not to eat before bed. But I don't want you to get caught up in believing that eating after 7, eating at 8, eating at 9, eating at 10 hold you back from your weight loss goals. There are some nights, I shit you not, I'm literally eating in bed. I'm eating like my nighttime protein snack in bed, chilling out, watching TV. I promise you, you will not get fat from eating after dark. You will not get fat from eating before bed. You will not get fat from skipping breakfast. You will not get fat from eating bananas. You will not get fat from doing any of this stuff. You need to be sold out on a eating style that works for your life. So if you're a night owl and you want to eat at, start eating your breakfast at 11 a.m. and your last meal at 10:30 or 11 p.m., fan-freaking-tastic. As long as you stay in alignment with your calorie goal to lose fat, you will see kick-ass results. So, babe, that is a wrap on the 6 bullshit nutrition myths that I know you're still falling for because I hear them every day. And I know that if you're falling for them, they're stealing your joy. They are making this shit way more complicated than it needs to be. And it's causing confusion. Nutrition can be simple. Fat loss can be easy. I promise you it really can. That's not some catchy phrase that I like to say. But fat loss can be easy. You can eat what you want and you can see results every damn day. I promise you, I'm doing it every day with my clients. So please, please, please do not fall victim. Eradicate these stupid ass myths from your mindset right now. Go back, binge through the episodes, pick up the strategies, the tactics, start implementing so that we can design a plan that's going to work for you in your life, not some fake ass fairy tale that's only going to work for 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. All right, babes, that is it. I am out. I hope you have the most amazing kick-ass rest of your day, and I will be back here tomorrow. Peace.